What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and we've got more censorship coming from PlayStation. The frustrating thing with PlayStation picking and choosing seemingly what has to have a lens flare and what doesn't baffles me. Essentially, we can have what Naughty Dog refers to in The Last of Us 2 as a tasteful scene, which to me appears to be two men grunting and with pecs exposed. That's what I'm going to refer to those things as. That's fine, but anime characters apparently are drawn characters. Apparently, this is a different set of rules. This isn't the first time we've seen, Devil May Cry. We go back to March of 2019. Devil May Cry's PS4 version was weirdly censored. Devil May Cry 5's PS4 release has a key difference from other versions. Sony appears to have weirdly censored a shot of Trish and Dante. Players have noticed something different in the PS4 release. It has a bunch of kind of spicy scenes in it, but oddly enough, PlayStation picked this one to censor. Probably their ethics department or whatever it is they call their weird 1984 censorship department. What is the point of this? Now, weirdos on Twitter, by the way, smash like if you like annoying weirdos on Twitter. Weirdos on Twitter will always say, you can't fap to it, so you're mad. No, I fap like any other married man with the shower running in a closet with my cell phone, pretending to be taking a longer shower than I am. I don't need video games for that, all right? Players have noticed that. Okay, this goes back to 2019. We saw him do it with Tifa in Final Fantasy VII, but they used bizarre language there, like we updated her design, whatever it is that means. Iokana here. 4 rhythms across the blue to be censored on PlayStation 4 due to Sony policies. But what I don't get it, I don't understand. You allow like a hardcore, scene in The Last of Us 2, but cartoon characters, I don't understand. Don't you have an M rating for a reason? What's the point of video game ratings if you're still going to arbitrarily interject yourself and add lens flares or remove this or remove that from a particular video game? I just don't understand. I'm not saying that this particular game is even my bag. It's not the type of game I would play, but I don't care. Why have various ratings if you're just going to ignore them anyway? P-Cube Games has announced an upcoming Western release the Iokana 4 rhythms, I hope I'm saying that wrong, across the blue visual novel, and it will be censored in PlayStation 4 at the request of Sony, keeping it in line with the company's questionable content policies. You have literally 2 people in The Last of Us 2 boning, okay? Hardcore boning. And this you're worried about? Their full statement reads, "We have received many requests for clarification around the potential scene modification in upcoming visual novel release. These changes apply to the PlayStation 4 version only and contain amendments to selection of images and text found in the game." Now, I don't know. Maybe this game is a very spicy, 18 plus type game. I don't know. I don't care. Again, why doesn't it just have the appropriate rating in the PlayStation Store or whatever the case may be, right? What's the difference? This includes 4 scenes which may have been modified and 3 scenes which have been completely removed. Many thanks to our fans and community for their continued support. First released in Japan in 2017. Why can I get this? This is the thumbnail on Nintendo Switch. On Nintendo Switch, you get full on. First released in Japan in 2017, the game depicts a world in which anti-gravity grav shoes are commonplace, allowing wearers to traverse the skies at will. Using technology as a basis for mechanics, a new sport called a flying circus invented an aerial combination of a speed race and tag. Okay, great. And Sony themselves, by the way, doesn't even tell you. They're not allowed. I'm sorry. The developer isn't allowed to tell you, the customer, not only what scenes were removed, but why they were removed. This seems extraordinarily dodgy to me. This seems so suspect. If I'm interested in buying the game, and you, the overlord, the arbiters of what is moral and pure, unless it's two dudes, a guy and a girl in The Last of Us 2, my apologies, that's fine. But anime characters, that's not. Can you just please describe to me, Sony, what the difference is? And, as a lifelong PlayStation guy, and I've had Xboxes, but I've always kind of diverted to PlayStation. This kind of stuff, along with the value you get in Game Pass, strongly makes me consider Xbox. Now, I don't know if this was also censored on Xbox or not, but here's on August 1st. Fairy Tale undershots censored on all platforms after day one update. Again, is this my kind of game? No. But I know that people will like it, and there's no reason this game shouldn't exist. I mean, what happened to artistic creativity? And honestly, the same people that seem to be pushing for this level of censorship, don't they call, women who work in the dancing industry, stunning and brave? Haven't they rebranded prawn as sex work and called it so stunning and brave? Why can't it happen in video games now? Now, I know that all the pro censorship blue hairs on Twitter are like, oh, angry neckbeard can't jerk it to his video games. If this had happened to, I don't know, two female girl on girl couple, would you say the same thing? I just don't understand. A day one update for this Tecmo Games Fairy Tale JRPG has censored certain angles on all female characters on platforms. Users on GameFAQ have discovered the difference in the game's costumes, including the digital deluxe edition costumes from the Japanese version. Both in the Japanese and English versions of the DDX costume trailer, you can see the undershot at 10 seconds in the Japanese trailer and 14 seconds in the English one. This is hardly surprising considering the large amount of fan service they put in the original Fairy Tale manga. I don't know. I don't know why people call this fan service. I mean, if it's just... I guess if I'm to believe that somebody is fighting monsters on a 3-inch skirt, isn't it more realistic that you would get those kind of angles? I mean, I'm just saying, if we're, this feels more like a realism thing than fan service. However, fans recreating the same scene in the Western version, the same character performing the same attack in the same costume, found a dark, shadowy void where they once were. One user in GameFAQ's thread claimed, so I played the game right as it came out on digital. Then I updated to 1.01 and the skirt thing was censored. This opens up, the real issue with this is when game developers, really anybody, alters products after you purchased it. In this particular case, you purchased one version of the game with these particular camera angles in. All right, I'm not going to die on this hill of panty shots on video games, okay? But the fact of the matter is, that was a part of the game. That was a part of the trailer. And then in the very first update, you patched it all out. I would think at the very minimum, you should be offering full refunds to any particular customer who wants it, because this is not the game they purchased and you censored it. Now, the idea is, I don't know if there was some sort of online outrage over it, but it's still ridiculous. The game's launch trailer features no scenes in which you can see it. Okay. The English DDX costume prepared July 2nd, almost 1 month prior to the game's July 30th and 31st launch dates, depending on platform and region. The Japanese live stream gameplay, where we saw the censorship though uploaded by a third party, could have been broadcast no later than July 27th. Could there have been a change ordered between the English costume trailer and the game's final launch? According to Fairy Tale Fandom Wiki, only 3 of the female characters shown are of the appropriate age. Okay, well, is that what drove that? I mean, I guess that would be something that might make more sense. But, PlayStation has had a long and illustrious history in just the past 6 months, getting their grubby little fingers in on games that, while maybe not for me, certainly have their audience and they have their right to exist. This is definitely going to force more people to strongly consider Xbox, or, you know, make the right move and just go to PC only. Not that Steam doesn't participate in some of the same stuff, but it seems so arbitrary and ridiculous to me. But hey, that's Sony for you. Remember that when you pick up your next $600 console around Christmas time, though. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.